Hi, my name's Andy Cook. I'm the ride director for the Ride the Night event, and I'm going to just give you a few tips and a few pointers on how to make the event as successful as it can be for yourselves, so you have an enjoyable time taking part in Ride the Night. A road bike is an ideal bike to use, but you can use a hybrid bike with straight handlebars. It doesn't matter whether it's got gears or not, but if you have got them, make sure they're serviced, as I said, and make sure they're working well. Good tyres, and carry 2 tubes and a working pump as well. Good idea to try and practice. There's a lot of girls taking part in this event on the night, and whilst we've got the mechanics, they won't necessarily be able to look after everybody if you've all punctured at the same time. Hopefully that's not going to happen. So make sure that you know how to do that and you've got the spare tubes for your bike wheel. So another important aspect of your bike is to make sure that it fits properly. So as you can see from the demonstration here, Jackie's got 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot on the pedal, ready to push off. This is a standard starting position, and if you were to topple or lose your balance, you'd fall to the left and not to the right. You can see that the bike is just leaning slightly over towards the left. That's a safe position for starting or coming up to any junction. Make sure the lights are fitted well, and you've perhaps got a couple of sets of lights, a spare set, and that the batteries that are fitted are going to last the whole night long as well. High-vis jacket we can see is well, and the helmet is fitted properly with the buckle done up tight and the join of the straps just under the ear. The weather in May can still be quite cold and chilly in the middle of the night, so it's a good idea to make sure you've got plenty of layers on, and then you can take clothing off at least. So good rain jackets, lightweight rain jackets, not big heavy jackets, they're always good things to have. And if you're wearing padded cycling shorts, then they are made with that pad to go next to your skin specifically, not wearing underwear, because the underwear will rub, the seams will rub, and you will become very uncomfortable, and that's the last thing you want. You want to be in the best shape you can for the ride. There's 4 feed stations very equally spaced apart on this ride, with loads and loads of good quality food for you, but always good to have something in your back pocket. Things like bananas, jelly babies, flapjack, cereal bars, and of course a water bottle with water in it as well. Okay, so this bit is going to be about the route itself, which is predominantly used in roads that come in from West London. Obviously we're starting at Windsor Racecourse. A mixture of suburban roads and more major roads. The suburban roads are going to be quite quiet at night, but all the roads are open to traffic. You're going to be following arrows that are going to tell you which way to go. You need to look out for the arrows. There will be marshals out on the route placed at the major junctions. Okay, so the route goes through some major suburban areas, places like Twickenham and Kingston, where there will still be people out enjoying themselves on Saturday night, not riding bikes obviously, and you just need to be aware in case they step out into the road. If you find you get into trouble out on the route, there are 2 phone numbers that are on your rider number. One is primarily for getting lost or if you need the mechanical support, and the other is for medical support. Another aspect of support that this ride has out on the route is the Ride Angels, who are the more experienced riders who will be riding amongst you. These guys are out there to help support you during the ride and give you encouragement. If you feel you need their support, don't be afraid to just ask them. So an additional level of support is the Broom Wagon, which is a minibus which goes along behind the ride and is there to pick people up that need to be picked up that can't finish the ride. However, this is not your own personal taxi service.
London is one of the busiest cities in the UK. During the ride, the roads may be quiet, but still live. We've put together some examples to show you how to negotiate difficult junctions you may experience. Approaching a roundabout. While approaching a roundabout on a bike, the same rules apply as if you were driving a car. Making the decision on which way you intend to go before approaching the roundabout will mean that you are prepared to make your manoeuvres safely, without confusion. In this example, we will show you how to take a right turn at a busy roundabout. Make your decision early and ensure you signal so other drivers are aware of your direction of travel. Be sure to check over your shoulder in case the road is not clear. Gently start moving into your preferred lane, ensuring that you stay in the middle of the road so that cars don't try to overtake or undertake you. As with other junctions, the primary risk is from entering vehicles that fail to give way. So position yourself in the centre of the appropriate lane. Don't try circulating outside the main traffic stream. If there is traffic moving on the roundabout, simply put down your foot and wait for the road to become clear. When moving off, try to hold your position as you ride around. This will help to deter motorists from overtaking. This requires watching left as well as right. When exiting the roundabout, maintain a central position until you are well clear of the junction. If you judge at any point that this skill level is too high for you, don't panic. Just simply and safely signal to stop, dismount from your bike and walk it across the pedestrian walkways. Mount your bike when it is safe to do so, clear of the junction. Turning right. Much like the roundabout, be sure of your road positioning before approaching the junction. If there are cars waiting to turn, take up a central position behind them. When approaching the turning, remember to signal and check the road is clear before manoeuvring. Move into the centre of the road to prevent cars from overtaking. Approach the turning, and if not clear, stop. Be sure that the route is clear before taking the turn. With any turn, maintain a prominent position on the road until you are sure there are no obstacles. If you feel this manoeuvre is too high a skill level, don't worry, just signal to stop when safe to do so and walk your bike across the junction. Remount your bike when it is safe to do so, clear of the junction. Manoeuvring from a minor road to a major road. During this cycle ride, you may experience quieter roads turning onto busier roads. Be sure to check behind you for traffic before manoeuvring into the correct position for the way you intend to turn. If the road is busy, don't panic. Just stop, put your foot down and wait for the road to become clear before entering the major roads. Overtaking other riders. As this ride is open to cyclists of all skill levels, you may be in the situation where you need to overtake slower riders. It is important that you do not ride in groups more than 2 abreast to allow other riders to take over if needed. When approaching slower riders, be sure to check the road is clear before manoeuvring into the correct position. When cycling past, be sure to make it clear to the cyclist that you're overtaking. Once you've overtaken, pull back into your correct road position. Overtaking a parked car. While riding on live roads, you may experience parked cars. Be aware of other road users and also your road position. While approaching the car, be sure to single out if riding in a group. Check behind you to be sure the road is clear before manoeuvring out into the correct road position to overtake the car. Maintain this position so that the other road users are aware of your intent to overtake the car. Watch out for doors opening when passing. And once you have overtaken the car, manoeuvre back into your original road position.
To sum up, this ride is not specifically for expert riders or specifically for novice riders. It's for everybody. Everybody's raising money for a fantastic cause. If you see people that are out on the road and they're struggling, words of encouragement go a massively long way to ensure that they have the same joy and pleasure as you're having out of it. We look forward to seeing you there on the night.